What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Mists of Pandaria Classic, and today I want to talk a little bit about leveling alts in Mists of Pandaria and how you can make your alts incredibly overpowered, and it will be really fun to level because you're going to be doing pretty much top DPS very lightly in dungeons, and also when you're questing you're going to be one-shotting or two-shotting mobs as well. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you will once again be incredibly overpowered. This paladin right here is not really a very good geared paladin, but I'm keeping the DPS meters in the bottom right so you can see how good or bad I'm doing on both single target and AoE as well. It is a paladin that I just boosted in Wrath, by the way, and he even had some level 80 greens before I bought some greens on the auction house. And don't worry, today we're not just talking about buying greens on the auction house, we're talking about how to get way more overpowered than that as well, and to absolutely melt bosses in dungeons and one-shot quest objectives, or mobs when questing. So you can turn your level 85 alts into absolute machines, and leveling alts has never been more fun. For me, I have a bunch of alts that I'm planning to level, both for tailoring purposes, and also just because I like leveling in Classic WoW, or like WoW in general, and Pandaria is arguably one of my favorite expansions to actually level characters in. And I know that's like kind of insane, by the way, because there's been so many Reddit posts lately, especially the CDU thing, right, where CDU was like, please, give us level 90 boost, because leveling is so bad. Leveling really isn't that bad, or at least I don't think so. I love leveling in Pandaria, so either way, I'm going to talk today about how I'm currently leveling my alts, and how I'm doing pretty okay DPS for the gear that I have on my characters as well. This video is sponsored by Solheim's Gold Guides. Available on Gumroad, these guides will teach you all you need to know about making gold in various versions of World of Warcraft. Farming, crafting, flipping, several different ways of making gold, all in one place. You also get access to a Discord server where you can interact and share ideas to make even more gold together. In that same Discord server, you will also get early access to gold making videos and exclusive content. So, if you are ready to take your gold making to the next level, go to solheim.gumroad.com and find the gold making guide for the version of WoW that you are interested in. So the number one thing would of course be to buy greens on the auction house, right? I'm guessing that's kind of obvious, just buying some regular crafted greens. They cost 20 gold each, and you literally get most of the gold back when either disenchanting the gear or even vendoring it. So you get the gold back really fast anyway. But the main thing I want to talk about today is bound on account heroic item level items for level 85. You for example have this, the Spear of Suen, 463 item level by the way, and requires level 85, Blizzard account bound. You can make this even better by enchanting it, but I have a couple of DKs, so I'm using the rune instead, and I'm just keeping it not enchanted on my warrior, and I think that's fine. So how do you get this item? It comes from archaeology, and if you go to crafting, for example, in Atlas Loot, you can go down to archaeology, and here you can see there's quite a few items you can make. You for example have this, the Manted Sky Reaver, a one-handed sword, once again 463, strength, stamina, haste and mastery for level 85. Anyone using one-handed swords, this could be incredible for, and here I kind of have even more advice. If you have two archaeologists, you can get one per, and that way you can dual wield these swords and melt everything. Then you have the Sonic Pulse Generator. I have this one by the way, and it makes your hunter just one-shot everything. All you have to do is Serpent Sting, and you can basically pull an entire zone, Serpent Sting, and run away, and they melt. This one as well, 463 ranged weapon, agility, stamina, haste, and mastery. All of those are from the Manted, by the way. Then you have the Mogu. In the Mogu you have a toy. I got the toy, kinda sad. Then we have a Quillen Statuette for 847 mastery, 463, level 85 once again. This trinket is not really that impressive, but the artifact, the Quillen, can do some decent DPS, and the mastery is a good stat stick. Then we have Pandaren. Pandaren is where you get the spear that I just showed you guys. Once again, agility, stamina, critical strike, and mastery, and then you have a offhand as well. So if any of these items right here are appealing to you, go and get them. I'm going to tell you right now, archaeology in Mists of Pandaria is about 10,000 times better than archaeology was in Cataclysm. If you watch me on Twitch on Cataclysm in the pre-patch, I spent over 300 hours or something farming the epic bound on account sword and also the staff. Never got the staff, by the way, in those 300 hours, but in Mists of Pandaria, I spent 1.5 hours, and I already have 3 of these in 1.5 hours. So if you spend 2 hours doing archaeology, I think you will end up getting most of these things, and yeah, super easy to get. Archaeology in Pandaria is way easier than Cataclysm, so even for me, who is suffering from, like, I don't want to do archaeology since Cataclysm, but I had to get this item. It is just way too good, and the more ult you have, the more time you save, because you are one-shotting mobs here. It is crazy how good this weapon is. I mean, it's a heroic level 90 weapon that you get access to at the start of level 85. And it's just like, for me, I have no idea how to play a Ret Paladin, and even then my burst is kind of insane, getting almost to 100k burst on a single target boss fight in, well, Storm's Out Brewery, right? Pretty good DPS, I would say. Just having this weapon carrying me and knowing absolutely nothing about my class. Even my talents were wrong as well, but I didn't really care. I had the weapon and I wanted to just blast and burn some rested experience, and having these weapons makes that the process so much more enjoyable. And when you're questing as well, like, the mobs don't stand a chance. In this case right here, I think I have about 340 item level, which is really not that great. At the moment, what I'm showing you right now, 340-ish, but I have the weapon. And as you can see, the mobs are basically not even alive before they're dead. And well, once again, it just feels great to be overpowered while you're leveling. So anyone who's an altaholic and loves leveling alts like me in Classic WoW, or World of Warcraft in general, these weapons are a must-have, especially because archaeology right now is way easier than it was back in the day, because you can keep buying artifacts from back in the day, like the old artifacts, and cover those. And the only bad part is if you have to start from scratch, because you can't do 1 to 600 in Pandaria. At least I don't think so. I think you have to be 500 or 525. So if you have to start from scratch, that is kind of a feels bad, man. But if you have an archaeologist 500 plus, go to Pandaria, or 525 plus. Go to Pandaria, get these weapons, and then start slapping. Either way, that's kind of the video for today. I just did some fun stuff on stream yesterday with this weapon, and I feel like not everyone knows these weapons do exist, and not everyone knows how easy archaeology is in Mists of Pandaria. So hopefully this video here helped you out, and hopefully you have some good RNG in getting those weapons. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know what you're doing right now in Mists of Pandaria down below in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.